Literally, always wait.
Sunny afternoon here in Lexington, Kentucky. We're here for the World Hardcourt Bike Polo Championships. I'm John Hayes.
I'm Joel Crandall.
And now we're going to have a game for you. It's Control against Ursa Minor. Control, of course, North American champions. Team have been around for a while. They've added Jackie and Bruce for their squad lineup.
San Francisco-based team playing a predominantly southeastern team. Ursa Minor is the Southeast qualifier first place champions. And so we'll have a pretty good matchup here, I think.
Yeah, who's on the Ursa Minor squad? I don't know them as well.
Ursa Minor had a few changes last minute due to players unable to attend. So the original lineup was Bob Delgado from Tallahassee playing with Chris Hill, who is not here with us. He had a replacement for a Charlie Hill, so we had two Hills.
Okay.
And then we had an injury yesterday from Melanie from Raleigh. She ended up with a broken metatarsal in her right hand, so they picked up Kara Notstein from Memphis, playing alongside her brother as well, Graham. We've got a sibling team here. They're also playing with Danny Wood from Tallahassee.
Yeah, that sucks for Melanie. We've had a few hand and wrist issues here. I think Sean Marsh has broken something in his hand, and someone had a wrist issue too, I think. Mark has having a wrist issue. So there's a few little injuries there.
Yeah, poor Eileen too from Cincinnati had a dislocated shoulder during pickup.
Oof.
Was
Yeah.
unable to play the next day.
So it looks like the starting lineup's here. We've got
Love you, Eileen.
We've got Andrew and Forrest, classic Control members, and Bruce, who's joining this season.
And on the Ursa Minor side, we have starting lineup of Bob Delgado, Kara Notstein, and Charlie Hill.
Both these teams with a full set of 2 subs.
Looks like the ref's ready. And we've got a whistle. Charlie Hill joust against Shitty. Oh, excuse me, Andrew.
Yes, Andrew. We got so used to calling him a certain name that we forget what his real name is.
Control starting off strong. Pass up the front. Good play on the ball to get his own recovery. Forrest pass back to Andrew.
So I think we're going to see quite a different game to the last one here. You know, we won't have that sort of defensive strategy maybe that we saw in the last game. Control are definitely a sort of all-out attacking team.
And the Southeast team, from what I know, very moldable team to the situation at play. They can either play really heavy up front if they need to. Bob's skills with the ball are unmatched in the Southeast. His scooping abilities and his ball control are going to bring some excellent advantage to this team here. We'll see how long he plays.
Talking about his scooping, there was some suggestion when I was talking to some refs earlier that because there's been some new rules this year around scooping, you can't scoop above your handlebars, so that may, you know, affect what he's able to do.
Yeah, the ball can't go above your handlebars, is it? Oh, yep.
Yeah, we've got a goal there for Bruce. That was a great shot into the opposite corner.
So yeah, as scooping and the sport develops, you're going to see all sorts of different types of wonderful plays here. And Bruce with a big wind up from that replay. And and we're back, and we get an excellent ball from Charlie to hit Bob. Bob knocks it out in the air, but San Francisco recovers. Bruce, no hesitation, right up the middle. Gets poked by Charlie, pass out the side.
Yeah, this will be my first time seeing Bruce playing on the team. I couldn't make it to an A's this year, so yeah, I'm interested to see how
He
this
was
will
a
work
solid addition. He had a lot of game time, and also really added some flair to this team, which was another exciting thing about squads that we got to see. Which heavy hitting teams who they were gonna pick up.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely been an interesting change, and I think at least in North America, it's been pretty positive. I think people like it, people appreciate it, and are pretty happy with it.
You think 5 will be the future for a while, or?
I think it'll be interesting. I think now that some top teams from around the world have had more exposure to it after this tournament, I think there'll definitely be some discussions. I'm not sure which way it'll go. I definitely prefer squad, but
Oh yeah, squad, absolutely. I'm just wondering about the number 5 or 4.
Oh, sorry,
5 or 4.
Yeah, 4 is interesting.
I really like 4, especially if we're playing 30-minute matches or like this. But 5 is also the number right now. Andrew with the shot, back right in front. Kara blocks. Charlie comes out with it. One defender, one goalie. Bruce scoops in there. Playing really tight game. Not trying to get much separation out, but that's what they're probably going to need to do against the control. Probably spread them thin.
Charlie, of course, a veteran of many good teams over the last few years, NAs and Worlds he's played in.
What's his home club?
I don't know. He used to play out of Como, right? I don't know where he lives now.
I got the pleasure of playing against him in Puerto Rico. He was playing with a Boston team. All-around great player.
That Como club, of course, produced many great players who, didn't always stay around there, but they definitely produced a lot of good ones. Nick Cruz missed here, of course. Doesn't play competitive polo anymore. I'm not sure if he plays polo at all, but I know he was on the stream earlier, so hopefully he's listening. Shout out to Nick Cruz.
Big rebound back. Bruce pops it to the bottom bracket. Stolen by Bob. Brings the pressure. Bob makes a good move around the inside. Shot wide. Bruce playing an excellent game here so far. Good passing. Charlie recovers after a wide shot. Passes it to Bob. Bob scans the field, passes it to Kara, coming out of goal. Big shot from Bob, blocked by Bruce. Takes a shot and blocked by Kara.
Yeah, great play from Kara there to get back. I was sure Bruce was going to score there.
Yeah, that was a really close one. Self pass off the wall to Charlie, to himself. Looks for the backhander, doesn't find it. Andrew with the wheel flick. Gets some speed around the outside, does not get the pass in. So Bob will challenge and he'll lose it right back to him. Charlie will pick it up. Oh, good shot from Bob, just wide right.
I remember the first time I saw Control play, and I thought, who are these guys? Like, they seem like a wacky bunch, maybe not taking things too seriously, right? But they've really grown into a very serious team, double NA champs now, always up there at the end of these major tournaments.
They also bring that great camaraderie to it, which they're always smiling during their games.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, good scoop pass to himself. Takes a shot, Bob misses. Charlie loses his mallet. Bob tries to send it down, does not get too much on it, so Bruce is first on it. Tries to send it to the middle. Charlie recovers.
Bob, of course, also a veteran of some great teams. That team out of the southeast that was always up there. Ginyu Force, that's the one I was looking for.
Original lineup for that was Arnold Francisco, now resides in Brooklyn, and Chris Hill, as we mentioned earlier, the team that helped him qualify for North Americans, which were wonderful again in Frederick, Maryland, hosting an excellent tournament to decide who from North America was going to be here.
He recently moved, I believe, to Pittsburgh, am I right? I think, or he's moving.
Chris Hill, yeah, and Allison moved to Pittsburgh.
Yeah. So that'll be an interesting change for them.
Excellent shot. Off the rear wheel. Oh my goodness, that was a scoop up and a shot down? What are we going to say here? What are we going to say? We've got Matt Bobo, the goal judge, saying it's a goal. We got instant replay on this, I believe.
We got to see the replay on this. This was quite something.
We do have goals. Scoop up.
Yep. Looked like a goal to me.
Looks like a good goal from Bob.
That's 1-1.
Okay, so Andrew tries two tough shots back. Score is 1-1 here. We got Control and Ursa Minor tied up.
Control here on the board. All three of their players high here. High risk strategy.
And subbing in for Charlie is Graham Notestein. So we have the two siblings on the court. Oh, and one gets through the bottom bracket of Kara.
So that's 2-1 now, 2-1 for Control. Here we had briefly the original Control lineup. Bruce had gone off and Ace had come on. Now Andrew's coming off and Jackie's coming on.
And we're on, crossing half. Graham not liking what he sees, so he passes it back. Oh. Possible obstruction on the outside, but we're going to play on. Bob heading up the middle, decides to, yes, go up the middle. Passes it to Graham, who gets a shot off. Jackie passes it to the wall, but Bob recovers. Passes into Graham. Oh, and just gets a little nick on the ball.
Long shot there. Kara picks it up.
Going to be challenged by Jackie. Passes it to her brother. Graham does a few hops, gets some separation. Sees it off the wall. And a small error there leads Bob to the back here, but Ace recovers. Bob's going to move on the inside. Behind the back, or backhand shot to Graham. Goes awry. So Ace will end up front with a shot. And Kara clears. Just so we're clear, Control has 2, and Ursa Minor has 1, I believe.
Yes, I think the
We're
score.
Gonna swap those scores on the board there.
Great, it's all correct now. 2-1 for Control. I think we've probably had about 10 minutes of this game so far. I'm guessing probably about 20 minutes remaining. Pretty open game here, though. Fast-paced.
Kara does a good job keeping it out. We got a player go down. He checks back in. So Graham's gonna. Not a good pass there from Graham. He tries to send it back, but gets eaten on the boards. Sends it forward. Pass is about to be intercepted by Bob.
So what do you think about the Control's chances for this year? You know, obviously they're NA champions, so you'd have to assume they're going to be up there, you know, close to the podium.
We're all expecting them to be heavy contenders. And at Worlds, they did well in New Zealand as well.
Yeah.
3rd place, I believe, was it?
Yeah. And,
so,
you know, they did well in Florida a while back and in Montpellier. So, you know, they got a good record at Worlds.
That looks like a good goal to tie it up. Now, just like Sarah's sign out there says, for all the variables, I think to make a good point about what Control has to offer for Worlds this year, it has going to have a lot to do with who your 4 or who your 5 are on the court at the time.
Yeah, for sure.
That'll depend greatly on what the matchups are each game, and as long as you're keeping those matchups competitive, tight, and keeping those forechecks strong and shots strong, we'll just see who the victor is with that.
I've got a replay here of the goal. Bob takes it behind him. Takes it around the defense.
Hopping around, goal dislodged, but everything clean there. Graham finishes up.
Yeah, it looks like he just didn't see where the ball was, and Graham got the shot off.
And here we go. We got a Bob stealing a pass from Andrew. Oh, a little bit of a lane cut there, but it looked all right.
Andrew here. Graham went down. I'm not entirely sure why.
I think it was a little rubber on rubber action. Bob not letting anything through there, so he's going to take it around his goal, get challenged, but he's going to take it up the lane. Gives a great pass to Danny Wood, who is subbed in. A lefty.
It's been a long time since I've seen Danny, possibly not since the Florida Worlds, in fact.
My goodness, that long, huh?
Yeah,
it was 4 years ago. That was the year we met.
Yeah, I guess it was, yeah. Ball has flown over into the other court now, disrupting that game too. And it's been thrown back in here. Narrowly misses Erica there. Joe's getting them lined up, ready to restart this game.
Control crosses.
15 minutes remaining in this game. It's 2-2 right now. 15 minutes remaining. Game's completely open. I'll be honest. I thought, I thought Control would be ahead at this point, but
Yeah, no. Instead, we're sitting at 2 floating ducks.
Yeah.
As a machine would call it.
Machine. We miss him. Hopefully, he's listening too.
Oh, rear bar there. Oh, shot ricochets straight up from Graham. Graham scoops up to the middle. It looks like Bob's got enough space to pick it up. Around the outside. Good check from Andrew.
Maybe a little late, but, no complaints there.
Shot. Danny keeps it out. Ricochets to Bob. Oh.
Ace isn't happy about that one.
I think he called him a patootie.
Wow, that's strong language here.
That's name calling. We discourage that.
Yeah, not at this time of day. Some question here from the crowd whether he ran over that mallet on purpose, but referee has to make his call.
Either way, Notestein subs out for his original sub. Charlie Hill coming in. Oh, looks like we've got a double substitution here. Charlie. Oh no, that was.
They're calling a 30-second.
Oh, we got a 30-second. Oh, I did not know that. Okay.
Well.
Guess it was just a little heavy on the mallet play there. Mallet on bike. So the Control have a 3-2 man advantage.
In the last game, we saw the Germans capitalize on the one-man advantage there. Sorry, one-player advantage. We'll see if we see the same thing here.
Interesting call to pull Bob as well. But it looks like they're going to hold this penalty. They might be able to waste it here. And Bob's back in. and makes an excellent immediate play on that. That should be an advantage. That was a T-bone on the goalie.
Yep, that's an advantage. Yeah, and he's called it there. I feel that's got to be a 30-second maybe for control too.
That is a few things there. It gets to be a crease violation. Ball was not in there, and then also a T-bone on the goalie. Here we've got the replay. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that was an arm on the handlebars.
Yeah, he straight out took out Danny there and go. Doesn't look like there's any further punishment for it though.
Flick up. Ace takes a backhand. Stopped by Charlie. Scans the field. Does not get a solid pass in. Charlie Hill ends up with it. So Charlie Hill ends up with it again. Looking for something. Sees Bob for a left over the. Oh, and we got a T-bone.
Yeah, another one down there.
I believe they're gonna. Yep, they're just gonna blow the whistle here and call it a T-bone. 2 T-bones in the goal both from either side. So as you can see, it's a very evenly contested match here. And
Bob just didn't see where he was going, I think. He was looking at the ball and then just ran into Andrew, who was there.
Andrew also had a breaking action in the crease there, which probably caused that. But
you know, ultimately you're responsible for where you're riding.
Exactly.
So, you know, if you're not looking where you're going, right into someone, then that's your fault.
Okay, so we got Bruce on. Passing forward. Another pass back to Bruce. Decides to take a quick shot to the corner. Eric gets challenged by Hill, and he gets the poke out front. Just him and the goalie here. And he gets the shot for the lead.
Yeah, nice goal there.
Oh, the controller not going to like that.
Yeah, that was nice play there from Charlie. He was determined to get that ball in, put it right through the bottom bracket. So that, I believe, is now 3-3. No, 3-2 for...
3-2. 3-2 Ursa Minor.
3-2 Ursa Minor.
Hold that control out the lead.
That was just a great play off of the steal.
Yeah, dug it out from under Andrew and then
The
just
backhand.
put it straight through the goalie there.
So control, come back.
Charlie's
back
down
strong.
right now, but it's just come back in.
Control.
Bruce moves forward with Andrew. Sees him well. Fakes a shot. Wants something better.
Oh, it's advantage for control. I'm not entirely sure what the call was.
Yep, it looked pretty clean challenge on the ball, but from that angle, the ref's hard to see, but we'll trust his judgment on it.
Maybe there's some sort of extension or something we didn't see. I mean, usually if nobody goes down, I figure there's nothing to call, but we'll see. Maybe there was an obstruction or something we missed. There we go. See what this... Crease violation.
Crease violation. Okay, that's what we didn't see. Yep,
Yeah.
That's why you got to trust your refs. They know what they're doing.
I thought crease violation was automatic 30 seconds.
Scoring opportunity, I believe.
Yeah, maybe that's changed.
Okay, so we have a substitution. We've got the sibling duo, Graham and Karen Notestein, on the court with Charlie Hill, representing Southeast.
So there's 8.5 minutes remaining here. Ursa Minor with the lead.
Ooh, we got a mallet toss here and a shot and a good clear from Kara. Control, do what they do best, control back. Pass back, and it is given safely to Ace. Makes a U-turn, sprints down the court. does not see Andrew for the pass. Some hopping against the wall. Control with a fake to the outside, move to the middle. Now he moves to the outside. And doesn't like what he sees, so he passes it to Ace.
Control still keeping one person back here.
Oh, and the front door was open. You gotta shut that front door, Kara.
Yeah, he just snuck that one in. 3-3 now, tie game. Probably about 7 minutes remaining. It's been it's been a close game.
It is.
Here we're seeing the replay. He takes around the back of the goal and just gets the angle.
Just gets it in.
Yeah, referee confirms it's 3-3.
And I'm sure the control here very impressed with what they're having to deal with from Ursa Minor. Southeast not predominantly known to be high contenders this late in World's Champions, but Ursa Minor representing well.
Looks like we have a timeout here. Teams are taking a minute, no surprise really, with just a few minutes remaining in the game. Tie score. Up next for you after this game, we will have Benchmark and Ghost Ship. Benchmark winning the wild card, or at least their wild card group.
And Nick, we've got a timeout here if we want to do any sponsorships or anything.
And yeah, Ghost Ship, who will be up next. They won 4 bowling a couple of weeks ago, beating Mongrels. I think maybe apart from them, nobody was really expecting that, so that was a great victory for them. Caleb was on fire in that final. He scored a bunch of breakaway goals. Mongrels, they were just playing a 3-up high game. I think they thought from the start that they would win the tournament. And,
was that indoors?
No, it was outdoors. Yeah, our winter tournament is indoors because, March in Toronto is pretty cold.
It's not winter yet in Canada.
Yeah, and it's getting there. In Saskatoon, where Will from Mosquito lives, it's probably snowing by now.
Oh yeah. Oh. Asheville's right behind you. We're in the mountains and we're starting to get cold, but having those cold nights and those cold mornings right now. Shout out to Asheville Hardcourt Bike Polo Club. Hope you're watching. Love y'all.
You still live there?
Still there.
All right, great.
Just took another career opportunity there, so I might make a large investment. We're back here after the timeout.
Charlie takes the ball away there from Andrew.
And then takes the boards. Oh, we've got a hooking, possible, or a jamming. Yep, jamming call. That's the second one from Graham. We'll see what the ref has to say. Looks like we might have a replay on this jamming here from Graham. Oh, just missed it, but believe us, it happened. It's great to see these siblings playing together, too, in such a high competitive level here.
Yeah, for sure.
Good shot right around the front from Ace. Puts it in the corner for Charlie, who's recovered and is playing excellent on this team here. Oh, and we got the speed from Andrew just coming in and swiping that away from him.
Andrew just dropping it there for Ace. We've got the OG lineup here again for Control.
And this is where we'll start to see them shine. Oh.
That looked like a topple to me.
Yep, definitely topple. It's called immediately by Joe.
We haven't seen a 30-second yet for the Control.
No, they haven't been playing scrappy.
Yeah.
It's not dangerous play yet, but I'm sure with the 2 jamming calls from Graham and some of these late checks from Andrew, that we'll probably see one soon if we keep this up.
Yeah, a tie is not great for either team. It's only 1 point. Here we're playing with the classic soccer structure, 3 points for a win. So
I like that. So it takes 3 ties to get enough points for 1 win.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely makes a difference. Definitely the win is that much more valuable. and it's worth taking a risk to get it.
Bank pass off the walls to his teammate Forrest. Charlie saw it coming, but loses it in the exchange.
Control playing a pretty high 3-up strategy here, barely in their own half.
They do that well, these three. Creates a lot of space. Charlie going through the bottom bracket with the mallet, trying to scoop it. Doesn't get it.
And, you know, they have to be very careful to keep possession, because just one mistake and, you know, the other team will be through on the open goal.
Oh, excellent move. Saw him coming. Oh, just did not get the shot off. Go ahead.
You're still good?
Okay.
Feeling strong?
Yeah.
Still?
Oh, doing great. Love it.
You having fun?
Yeah.
So in the corner here we have Ace, bring the ball back now. Keeping possession of the ball here.
Forrest moving up the middle. Up, try to create some space. Charlie's giving him a little run for it. Oh, and that
was beautiful.
all three players got a pass in.
Yeah, and all pretty much in the crease too. That was beautiful.
That's
play
that
from
high
them.
risk, high reward situation we were talking about.
So that's the advantage now for control. Left 4-3. Can't be more than a couple of minutes remaining at this point.
And we got the replay here.
So we have Andrew here. He takes it up, does a little pass across to, I believe, Ace. Who gets it back to Andrew, and then Andrew passes it to Forrest, and Forrest scores.
Not much Carrot can do about that one, but
In the meantime, the game's back on. So 4-3 control, but control still playing aggressive here. They're not going to be playing that defensive time-wasting game. I shouldn't say time-wasting, but
time management.
Time management, exactly.
And so we've right now, if you're just joining us, we've got Control versus Ursa Minor, 4-3 Control.
Not yet, Bob. Hold him down.
She's happy to do it, yeah. I'll swap out. I don't have to. I can do another one. Okay. All right, cool.
And we had a ball right up in the air over the goal with a good shot to follow up. And we've got it looks like we're going to get a T-bone call.
Yeah, that's a T-bone there from Ace on Bob, I believe. To me, that should definitely result in a 30-second. That was, you know, that was a dangerous T-bone.
A little excessive.
Yep.
Now the thing is with Bob's play too, he planted.
See a replay of that.
He planted that wheel solidly first before.
Yeah, it
was tight.
It was tight.
It was tight in slow motion. It was tight. So you know it was tight in real time.
Half a second later, that could be a
whale tail.
T-bone, yeah, a whale tail from him. And I think this has also been a debate running back and forth for a while. You know, if you force someone to T-bone you, is that really their fault? But I think the way it's in the rules, you know, you're responsible for where you ride.
Your
right?
momentum.
Yep.
Yeah, with the lane cuts and the fast gameplay going, you gotta.
You know, it's always
play
been a little
safer than
for sure. It's always been a little bit of grey area, and you know, some players exploit that. But I'm okay with the way it gets called right now.
The crowd here wants to see Ursa Minor come up with a little bit more game action here, and they're doing that on the offensive side here. Good push out though, cross court from Andrew. Bob with the bank, and it is picked up. At the end here, Bob will start to get tricky. You'll start to see Bob pull out all of his tricks.
Crowd getting very excited about this one. 4-3, can't be more than a minute or two remaining at this point. Ursa Minor really giving it everything.
Solid play, solid pass, and a solid block from Bob. And you're starting to see Bob get a little physical on the end there. Yeah. Safe play. Graham putting a good connection in from half court. Gets blocked here by Ace.
It's amazing how everyone can just do these 180, 360 turns now. You know, it used to be a bit of a sort of trick, I think, but just top players are all doing it.
It's becoming commonplace.
Yeah. To the point where I think we don't even notice it anymore.
Well,
Just,
it's
you know.
the gameplay, you know, as they say, necessity, invention is the mother of necessity. Necessity is the mother of invention.
Yeah.
So you'll start to see these players doing what they need to get back and forth quicker.
30 seconds remaining. The call from the back for control is to, you know, manage this time, hold the ball, not give it away. They don't need a goal.
Solid and strong check from
There
Charlie
we
Hill.
are. Look at that.
He ends up sending it forward to Bob for the score.
Crucial goal there from Bob. Controller not happy about this one. Look at Forrest.
Ties it up 4-4. Here we got the replay. Pass up front from Charlie to Bob, who gets the bottom bracket from the top corner.
Beautiful finish there, yeah. Some members of Control not happy because they gave the ball away just before that goal. They should have reset it, taken the ball back.
Graham gets a good stop. We got 2 down. What are we gonna? We got a last-minute goal here, possibly. We're gonna see what the referee says. I heard a whistle.
Yeah, I heard a whistle too. For me, the whistle was there before the goal went in.
We are going to check the replay on that. We don't have the official time on the replay, but we might be able to hear.
I mean, I think Joe's made the call in any case, but
Yep.
I'd definitely like to see the replay on that one.
4-4,
Here we have
down
the
to the
replay.
last minute here. So we got a 4-4 shot off the rear wheel, off the front wheel from Graham. 2 players go down, and a backhanded shot from Ace results in the ball going into the net. However, time had elapsed. Whistle was blown. All players very excited about that game.
And there we are. The game's over. 4-4. That was a.
Hey, Kara! Kara! We get an interview from you? Yeah.
Trying to get an interview there. Maybe.
Players too exhausted to have an interview with us.
Yeah.
And there was one we did not see coming.
Yeah,
Ursa
for
Minor
sure.
from Southeast coming in strong and tying the Control 4-4.
Yeah, I know. I don't think we expected that one at all. That was a great game and great comeback from them. Yeah, really happy
What do you
with
think
that
it
game.
was from the Control that allowed Ursa Minor to get those 4 points in?
I think, you know, maybe they're just a little too aggressive at times. I think they're maybe too focused on getting that next goal and, you know, weren't going to play that time management game that we've seen from other teams. You know, once you got the lead, sometimes you just got to protect it.
And as I said at the beginning, Ursa Minor, a very moldable team to the situation at hand. The situation at hand was that they needed to just to press that 3-up advantage that that Control was pushing, and put in the goals when they needed to.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, that last-minute goal from Bob, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But you know, they went for it, and it paid off.
Okay, and that was the end of Control versus Ursa Minor, 4v4 in Lexington, Kentucky. If you're just joining us,
And we'll be back for Benchmark against Ghost Ship coming up next.
see you then.
The 2017 World Hardcourt Bike Polo Championship is presented by Kentucky for Kentucky and by Fixcraft, Paquet, West 6 Brewery, and Kentucky Tourism, plus these fine sponsors.
Do you love Kentucky? Yeah, you do. Are you a proud Kentuckian? Yeah, you are. Well, come on down to the Kentucky Fun Mall, y'all. Kentucky's largest selection of Kentucky gear. Glassware, fried chicken candles, plenty of parking, Southern socks, kids gear, Kentucky gear. gear! Y'all gear! We got 12,000 square feet of fun for everyone.